Mental health issues have been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. And when I was in my mid-30s and, doing life just like everybody does, running a family and doing lots of things to keep my life organized, I didn't really realize that the tiredness, the frustration, just what I thought was normal everyday life was actually clinical depression. And after a hospitalization and doctor counseling, I found out about recovery. And recovery for me was, I guess, the best way I can describe it is it made me feel more in control of the issues I was dealing with than the issues were in control of me. Because for the first time, it was a choice that I could make in how I thought and how I reacted to things in my daily life. Recovery's benefited my life probably across the entire spectrum of my life. I am a go-getter, I'm a perfectionist, I tend to be very hard on myself. And we're people, we tend to blame ourselves for our personalities and how we react and what we feel we should do or shouldn't do in certain situations. But in recovery, for me, I learned that every decision I make is a choice. So I can choose to do the thing that's most endorsable for me. We talk about endorsing in recovery. Endorsing in recovery is that kind of mental pat on the back that we give ourselves because we don't really need anyone else's approval. We need our own approval. And recovery teaches us that we can make that choice to do the thing that's most endorsable for ourselves, that's best for our mental health. Because just like any other illness, whether it's bronchitis or whether you have a broken leg, these are all things that you can see. But mental illness is like those illnesses too. You have to take care of yourself, you have to make the right choices, and for me, that meant I was a better wife, a better mother, and through that, then I've gone on to, help other people with those same things. And recovery has also helped me to step out and break the stigma. There's too much silence. People have a hard time really being able to share their struggles with mental illness. But I've found over the years that, someone may say, well, I'm having a really hard time, preparing for a test, or I'm having a really hard time dealing with a parenting situation. And if you just open up and say, I've struggled with anxiety about stuff like that too. And it is amazing how many times you end up in conversations where, hey, can I help you out with something? Because there's, everybody has issues.